1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and the place to be. It's your player partners from the bottom of the map.
From the bottom of the map.
It's your dog is real.
Ike Hayes in the place to be.
And they've been looking for you, dog. You've been missing. You've been
Hey
MIA,
man.
yo.
Hey, look, man. I've been, bending corners, you know what I'm saying, and causing pain in the turning lane. But I'm back. You know what I'm saying? I'm back. You feel me? So, um, a lot of people, you got a lot of purists who are like, man, this and this and that. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I thought we were gonna lose 3 games. I was like, at best, we'll lose 1 or 2 games. I felt like we had a soft schedule, but I'm gonna be honest. Obviously, we're in the midst of probably watching the best quarterback that has ever had. And I don't think there's any comparison. I think, and nobody could expect that. I think even people who love Cam was like, okay, we're going to be dynamite. But, you know, I think Heisman calls are right. I think even the defense, I think every area of concern, because I think we both thought the DB, okay, man, we're weak here, we're strong here. Honestly, this is probably one of the most complete football teams that I've come across since being a fan. Not barring obviously those 2000 teams, but I just think that we're in the midst of watching a generational talent, for sure first round pick at this moment, and barring something catastrophic like he gets hurt. I mean, because we're gonna break down the USF game, but like most people, it's like, look, man, we did what we were supposed to do. We look just as good as Alabama, and we're gonna watch Alabama play this weekend. So I'm already looking like, look, as long as and our quarterback is humble. Our quarterback, and I quote says, as long as we treat every opponent like they're number one in the country, then we're gonna win a lot of games. And he doesn't want to talk about his good throws. He only wants to talk about his misses. And so when I think about that one interception, you saw that interception wasn't even his fault. And yeah, he did miss a couple of throws, but he's conscious of it. He doesn't worry about it. And then next series he comes right back. And I'm like, yeah, this guy right here, he's got that. He's got a dog mentality that I just, man, I ain't really seen too many quarterbacks like this in college. Even Mahomes was good at Texas Tech, but he wasn't like this. He wasn't like this.
I mean, besides, so these are the games we're supposed to win. Like, and winning the way that we have won, we're supposed to win like that. The USF game, 'cause we talked about it. The USF game, I knew was going to be tough for a half because I watched them play against Alabama, and they basically held Alabama in check, basically up until the fourth quarter. And then after fourth quarter, it's like the floodgates open. So I knew when they played against USF, it was going to be a tough game, and it pretty much was until halftime. After halftime, like Miami, this is the thing I want to see that's different from last year. Are they going to make adjustments at halftime? Are they going to use their timeouts, time management, and like in game adjustments? Like people harp so much on the talent, and I'm just like, we've always had talent. There isn't, when I watching some of the other games, I'm starting to see some of the talent that has left the U and is playing for other teams. I'm just like, bro, we have talent, what I'm saying, coming out the ass, literally coming out the ass. So, as you can see that background pic right there. But we got talent, though. It ain't never been a talent. It's always been some of the smaller things, the other nuances of the game that gets you the W. So, USF had, man, that props to their coach. He had a hell of a game plan. He had a hell of a game plan. This is this is the difference you see between Miami and when they say talent and then the rest of the teams. If USF had Miami's talent, USF would be in the same position because their
They
coach
would.
is a hell of a
I,
coach.
but a I do give Cristobal a couple of props because he's actually using his timeouts.
He's
Could he
using
have
his
used them
timeout.
earlier? Yes, but he used timeouts. He did it at critical times. I think when Miami was going to get to halftime and everybody got gas, he called a timeout. There was a couple of times where we necessarily were going to do that 2-point conversion, and I think they called another timeout so we could set ourselves. And I was like, okay, he's getting better. Is it elite? No. USF, I do think that they outcoached us a little bit in the first half. The second half, not so much because they should have adjusted. No team can be sustainable that long. If this is basketball, it's like pressing for 40 minutes. You can have the best athletes. You're going to get gas. Their quarterback getting gas, playing like that is unsustainable. I think it's good for first half. And I think a lot of times Miami on offense, I ain't gonna lie. We have a guy who can see things, who's cerebral, that I really feel like is really just down to Lance Guidry. You know what I'm saying? And so when we played UF, we did have one. If you remember, they had one run like that. So yes, it was 3rd and 16, and I think they blitz. And when you blitz, a screen is a blitz is a blitz beater. I've seen that now. You know what I'm saying? The more and more I see, if they're gonna blitz you, you have a screen set up correctly, you can beat it. But besides that, there weren't, and there was another 3rd and 10, and they were using number 38 everywhere, right? That's their Swiss Army knife. You know, that guy's a walk-on, dope success story. Ultimately, though, I think I give Goodry like a B+ though. It wasn't A, but you know, USF did that same thing against Alabama though. So I'm like, look, at the end of the day, we adjusted, we put up 50 points. You remember, I ain't want that. And I'm gonna let y'all know I've been betting in the absence. I actually took the score to be under 65. What was the score? 65. So I can't even much be mad at that. What I do like at the end of the game is we really seen what Jordan Lyles could do. You know, you said, you know, your biggest thing is, you know, man, you don't, you like Martinez for what he is. We get down to the goal line. Oh, he gets the ball. It's instant touchdown every time. That's a big difference. Do you know how many times during Cristobal first year we'll get down there, they get 3-4 points, can't punch it in? Now we out here looking crazy. So I think to not acknowledge that, I would really just be a hater. We get down there, we have a 230-pound 6-foot back. But Jordan Lyles looks good as advertised. That boy looks breakaway. And y'all got to think, we only got Cam for a 1-year rental. So next year you're gonna see Jordan Lyles, and they're recruiting another raw ass running back as well. But I think, you know, ultimately, the offense, we can have plays set up. The play where his knee was down, but he pitched it back real quick, you know what I'm saying, to one of the receivers and stuff like that, to the point where it's like, look, man, Lance, like, we just got to have a game plan, and I think they do that. But I can't get mad at the coaching right now. Right now, we're like you said,
I
yeah,
think
we're
the
winning the
coaching
games we're supposed to,
I think
but
the coaching I think the coaching is good, and I think when I seen USF coach, because he doesn't have, it's not that he doesn't have the first string athletes, it's his second and third string athletes, right? So the first string, you know, most big time D1 schools, they get a lot of 5, 4 star, they get a lot of great talent. It's just like that second level, second and third level. So they can keep up for a certain amount of time, but you don't have rotations to where, like, when they get tired, you're gonna rotate in talent that's just as good. But the thing that I was saying about him, USF coaches, that he had a game plan to put his team in the best position to try to compete. At a certain point in time, that's when talent just beats out, because you just got more than me. I just got more talent, so I could just eventually, you know, I'm rotating in defensive linemen. You using the same defensive lineman. I'm rotating my receivers. I'm rotating. You throw into one receiver the whole entire game. I got 5 running backs. I got a stable. You got one. You got
yeah,
two maybe.
yeah,
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, eventually it just catches up to you. But I love the fact that they had a game plan, and that they both South Florida teams. So they're just like, well, fuck it. We're going to see who's going to get tired first. And they probably worked on that, and they drilled it all week, and it worked for the first half. It worked. But eventually, like Miami, you know, the talent just kicked in. I want to see when they go up against a Clemson, a Louisville, where those second and third stringers are just as good. Like, how is it going to work? Is Miami going to be able to adjust coaching wise? The players we know is there. We know the talent is there. But, you know, when they were, you know, doing that super hurry up, you know, I was glad at the end of the first half they called the timeout when USF was about to score. But I'm like, okay, when you see this happening and you see your team is starting to break a little bit, like, what do? They really didn't get any sacks on their quarterback. Maybe it was because he was getting the ball out quick. Maybe because it was the tempo of the
yeah.
offense.
But he also got contained because they didn't get any
They got
sacks. They
contained, but
got one sack,
they got one, I
but
think one, maybe 2 sacks towards the end, but they weren't getting pressure. So it wasn't blitzing. So, you know, they didn't have, their running game wasn't doing a whole lot. They contained the quarterback, but they were getting those 3rd and 15s, those 3rd and 9s. They
that's
were
because
converting.
Gidry is gonna be in that soft zone. Um, that's why I gave him a B+ because think about it. All right, you know, like you said, you want to be able to get off the field, but
Mhm.
if you play closer and they get it, because think about what they did. Think about what we did to them. They played closer and they let our receivers get behind them. What happened? You let our receivers get behind you. It
Yeah.
seems like we're going to the house every time. Okay. And so they played tighter coverage. And so that it kind of made, because I thought about that after the game. I'm like, all right, yeah, they played a soft zone 3 and 10, they're getting the 10. But what happens if they would have did that for us? We wouldn't have been able to score as quick, but we're behind them. We're scoring in 2 minutes. So that's why I say it's kind of a risk and reward when you're in that position, because yeah, you could do that, and our DBs for their part, they didn't. So we got penalties, but they got penalties. You know what I'm saying? I think Porter. I looked at Porter from last season. Porter has come a long ways.
Mm.
Porter is dope. Did he pull a couple jerseys here and there? And I'm fine with that, because if you take a look at it, they got interceptions and their receivers couldn't get separation.
Yeah.
Why? Because our DBs were right there with them. Our safety is right there. And you're not, what we did to them, they could not do to us. The only thing they could do is get 38. Why? Because 38 will hold on to it. Their part of their game plan is their quarterback to get loose. He didn't get loose at all. He
And
didn't get loose at
that's one
all.
of our
So
Achilles heels is contain. Quarterback contain has been one of those things like that's
come
been
on, man.
always kind
Contain them all game. Contain them all game. The only time we lost sight of him is when they did the Philly special. Philly special was an excellent play because you don't see a lot of college teams do that. So I'm
of.
like, look, man, at the end of the day, I think it was, and even though that they played at a speed pace, you see how many players they got hurt? A lot of those players were cramps and exhaustion. They wasn't really hurt. If you think about it, I'm not mad that we didn't do a whole bunch of adjustment, because it was going to be a war of attrition. All right, our soldiers going down, but your soldiers going down. Because at the first half, Barron went down, Buddy Barrow went down, but then their players was going down too. Then the quarterback went down twice, and I'm like, this man ain't hurt. He is gassed. He is tired. Y'all
Mhm.
basically were betting that we were gonna go down, you were gonna go down. But guess what? Like you said, we got second string and third string, and we actually got caught with a penalty of trying to rotate, and they did that on purpose because of the offense. So I think this is one of those games to where, you know what, we had a great strategy. We knew what they were going to do. The only adjustments that we could have did was calling more timeouts. And I guess, Mario, for somebody who never used them, all in all, they did a good job, because it was like, listen, we can weather the type of game that they want to play, and they're going to lose. Their players ended up getting hurt. They was tired as hell. The receivers couldn't get no separation. I mean, it seemed like they did their best work in the first 2 quarters. And maybe the score's a little bit closer if they're able to get that onside kick. But ultimately, I ain't gonna lie. This game showed me everything I need to see. I'm drinking big gallons of the Kool-Aid. Yeah, I see Jalen Milrow. Yeah, I see Buddy from Nebraska. Yeah, I see Buddy from Tennessee. Cam Ward, Cam Ward has the best skill set to look good at the next level. This guy here looks better because he's cerebral. Now, you know what I'm saying? Caleb Williams looked great at USC, generational #1 pick. I feel like Cam is more of a thinker. He's thinking about what the offense is doing. So for the throws that he missed, and then he's going back to look at it, his ability to this guy's sidearms and throws from the other side of his body like no other. And he didn't have to do that in this game. You know what I'm saying? And so I just think ultimately we can play Louisville. We're going to stump their asses, though. We're going to stump their asses. The spread for this game was 17. We both didn't think that that was going to be possible. And looking back at it, I could have never guessed. Beat their ass by 35 points. We looked better against them the second half than Alabama, because we already went into halftime at least with the lead. Alabama only had a point lead. You know what I'm saying? So we looking good. And this is the Alabama team, by the way, that I predict that will beat Georgia on Saturday.
Okay.
You
Okay.
know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That this is the Alabama team that will beat Georgia. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel about it. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna come up here and tell y'all. And we're gonna try to get another session in before Saturday, and we're gonna go through the list of games, because I don't want to sound crazy, but your boy picked James Madison. Not to do all that they did, but just as far as, so yeah, the pick father gonna be live in full effect, and I'm hot. When I'm telling you I'm hot, I'm trying to tell you I'm paying attention. You feel me? I'm reading my list and I'm checking it twice. You're gonna figure out if the picks is naughty or nice. But somebody coming to town. You feel me? So hey, that's what it is.
The only thing, the big thing that I was really looking at for this game that I need to see a little bit more is the running game. The running game is just like them boys pass blocking. They're phenomenal. They get A+ on pass blocking. Cam isn't getting touched, and Cam has good pocket awareness. When the pocket start breaking down, he out of there. He moves around. He has great pocket awareness, but they're not letting Cam get touched. I just need that running game to like get off, man.
So
Like,
you ain't see that last play where you saw a dude put on the burners? I ain't gonna lie.
I
Don't
mean, that
tell me
was
that
that
you
was the end of the game. This is a team
that
that's
was in, but did you know that boy can move like that?
yeah. He a speedster.
I ain't know that boy was a burner
Yeah,
like
but
that.
that's what I've been looking for in the first quarter. They're looking for like the running game. And if you take that run out, the running game was bad. The running game did not do well.
I think
Cam Ward was the leading rusher until that. He had 43 yards.
I know, but listen, Martinez got a job. He a goal line back. He had 3 touchdowns,
But
right?
we
Okay.
got Fletcher. We got AJ Allen.
AJ
We
Allen
got
had a great
Wild.
run.
We
He
got
ran for a
Chris.
first down, I believe.
I'm just saying, like for us to really be a whole complete team, it's gonna be some games where like it's gonna it's gonna happen. There's gonna be a really good coach that has a good defensive team that's gonna scheme the fuck out of Cam. We're gonna have to have like our running game is gonna have to be there to help him out. We can't put it all on him because there's gonna be a game. It's always gonna be a tough game in there where like a team just really plays well against them. They just scheme it up for them. And like, what can your running game do? Because the running game hasn't proved anything yet. It hasn't proved anything.
We got 5 backs though.
We got
We
five back.
got 5
The
backs.
only thing I can say we proved now is in 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1, we probably can get it. Versus last year before, 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, we're not getting it.
This is true, but what I liked is that they were actually down for a couple of moments and then they battled right back. Like they see what I like the fact is this team is cool
The
under
team is
pressure.
cool.
They're
The
gonna
team is
they okay,
cool.
we're down fine. So I'm not gonna panic with them. So my whole thing is if we get into a tough game, we're not giving up. They're gonna continue to battle back because our leader is like that and the whole team believes. So
Yeah.
now you're right, we are gonna have a tough game. But look for our stable of 5 backs, and we got 5 backs that can match up with anybody. Our defense, we got the line,
Shout out
we
to the
got the
defense.
linebackers,
Now,
we
now
got the
let me say
DB, we
that.
got the
Shout out
safety.
to the
Come
defense.
on
The
now,
defense.
come on,
You know what?
come
The defense
on.
don't got like just stupid numbers. Even though Barron, his numbers are starting to get crazy, but it ain't like the defense is just going like just shutting their like. But the defense is just solid. The defense is solid. You don't see a lot of missed tackles. We still get one play here and there where somebody's out
Yeah.
of position, but it ain't nothing crazy. It ain't like a lot of just out of position plays, bad angles, missing a lot of
Nah.
tackles. It ain't none of that.
Yo,
Ain't none of that.
honestly, from last year, the year before that, I gotta call it where it's due, man. Them boys is showing up like the rent due every game, and
Yeah.
I got to pay it on time. So yeah, you put up a 50 piece, bro. Alabama put up 48. I mean,
And they
come
shut them,
on.
shut them out the second half. They got them booked.
And them boys didn't do no running like that. They got one screenplay. They wasn't doing no running. No run by the quarterback, no run up the middle. I don't know why you try to run up the middle because you're not running up. So yeah.
Hey, what you think? What you think about the Cam got the campaign, the Heisman campaign right now?
I think he's cool because he's not gonna let it go to his head. But yeah, bro, 400 yards, bro, against a good hurry up. Think about if that offense wouldn't. Think about if they wasn't on that, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, bro, we damn there, man. Look. The man, generational, and I already said it. He's gonna go down as the best quarterback in history.
Ooh, so you saying better? I ain't gonna front. Like you say, he's gonna go down better than Jim Kelly, Kosar, Steve Walsh, Gino Toretta, who won the Heisman, won national championship. Ken, no, I love Ken Dorsey at the U. Ken.
I love it too, bro. This dude, and so what is my fact for that? Like, what reason am I saying that? Because he already has the most points in history in 20, you feel me? Ever in program history. And then he's got the most, I think, consecutive 300-yard games in the past 25 years. So that's for starters. And his big play ability. We talking about big play, right? So when we score, they march down, take 7 minutes. We come back scoring 2 minutes. We talking about shot over there, and I'm like, damn. It's to the point where I'm like, through the first 4 games, I'm like, damn, we score quick. We score quick. And when our defense does the job, that means we're getting the ball back quick. That means every time we're coming down, we're putting up some type of points. And our kicker is legit. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, we got a good kicker. Our kicker's gonna be solid. So that means every time we come in, we're gonna score. That means if it's a shootout, you're fucked. and we got defense, so we can play that. And even if Martinez only gets 3 yards, we don't have explosive runs, but he's going to get 3 yards every single time. So that means that if we just got to continue to bully it down your throat, it ain't going to be too many no games. And then our quarterback can run a little bit too. So I just feel like, how do you want to die? You want to die quick? Do you want it like this? Do you want it like that? I give you anything you can handle. Okay.
So saying all that, is it ACC championship or it's a failure?
Bro, it's to the point where I'm like, dog, we're gonna whoop fuck the ACC. We're gonna get to the ACC. We're gonna be in the playoff, baby. We get in the first round. Bye. That's what you mean. What you mean, bro? We gonna come down to the Final Four. Honestly, bro, I'm drinking so much Kool-Aid real quick. I'm to the point where I'm like, bro, you might be looking at the national champion right now, right now. And honestly, and I know, I used to be a Crystal Ball hater too, but I'm on some shit like, look, Crystal Ball, if he gets a championship this year, he's gonna prove a point. You don't got to be the best coach, but you got to get the best players and don't fuck it up and get other people around you that's smarter. And you know what? I'm gonna have to agree. Cause I'm like, look, bro, I like Emory Williams. Is he gonna be Cam? No, but he's gonna be accurate. Y'all see what FSU? Now let me make sure I talk shit, because I've been talking shit consistently. These boys so garbage. It smell like shit, okay? And I've been saying that. Now they eating it. You want to leave the ACC and go where? I said if FSU is garbage, think about this team and the Big Ten be like the bottom five. How is your brand going to get better? Well, I mean, it's almost like you got more money to be more garbage. Come on, man. At the end of the day, but we have a program that has a quarterback. I know some of y'all follow our recruiting. Our recruit from Milton High School, he looked good. He's 6'6". So I like the way we're developing our quarterbacks. We were gonna have a solid quarterback room regardless of Cam, but obviously nothing like Cam. And I'm not under any, premonitions that we're gonna get somebody else. We don't need to. Okay. All we need to do is continue to make sure that obviously we just, you know what, we have to give these boys. Is there something higher than an A+ that you can give Mario on recruiting? Because whatever that is, bro, we need to name an award. Because I ain't gonna lie, bro. You know what? You pay $999,000 to get Cam Ward with Rick Ross telling you all the things. Now Rick Ross looking like the truth. You're gonna win championships, okay? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna win championships. You're gonna win the Heisman. And I'm like, damn, who lied to you? Who lied to you? Best decision they could have ever made is come back. So no, bro, we're looking.
You see any trap games on the schedule?
I think Florida State is gonna. Oh my God, no, bro, no, not Florida State, bro. You don't have the quarterback. You don't got the guns, bro. You don't got the guns. Oh, Louisville. But I think our defense.
Louisville.
We were scoring on Louisville last year. It was a shootout, so we scored. We at halftime we were up. Our defense is better. I think we're gonna thrash Louisville, and I think that Louisville ain't playing nobody. You know what? So Louisville plays Notre Dame, and Notre Dame is a legit defense. We're gonna see how, at least, and Louisville may win the game because we know Notre Dame doesn't necessarily have an offense. But if they give them trouble, I like our defense up against anybody's defense right now. Okay, I love our defense. I think it's going to come down to Clemson, and I think we can beat Clemson because at the end of the day, they don't got no offense. They got the same defense now. Our offense, Emory Williams' first victory game was against that defense. Okay, so we got a better defense. We're finna whoop ass. And I just feel like there is no trap, because if we have a bad series, Cam's coming right back. You got to stop us from scoring, baby. Who gonna stop us? Who gonna check us, boo? Who? Who gonna stop us?
So I was looking. They don't have any really cold games where they play in the cold. They do play Syracuse, but that's in the dome.
Yep,
Georgia Tech could be a tough game. The
it
one
could be.
game, the one game I'm not going to front that worry me is not Cal, it's not Florida State. The one game is that Manny Diaz game. I think
Oh,
Manny is gonna,
dude.
I think Manny is gonna do what USF did. He gonna empty. Okay. Hold on. Look like we got somebody that wanna. we got. Damn, we got more people joining
Oh, okay. Yeah,
joining
put that.
in.
Oh, yeah, send that boy the link. Punch that boy through. I'm gonna tell you now, though, Manny ain't got it. I watched Manny and them struggle. Okay, Manny ain't got it.
Hold on. Let's introduce. I got my dog, no sweater picks straight into place to be. What's up? What's going on? What's going on?
In the building, in the building, we need to slap them across the head, get these meals out here, man. They out here waiting for us, man. Love in the background, Ike. Love in the background.
Appreciate that.
Hey,
Appreciate
we was just
it.
talking about Miami's schedule and if there's any trap games on the schedule the rest of the season.
University of Miami has by far the easiest schedule based on the type of talent that they putting out on the field right now. So with that being said, I feel like every game is a trap game. Every single one of them. Every single because we're not playing to the level of competition. We playing to the level of ourselves. So yes, to answer that question emphatically, yes, every game at this point is a trap game because
Trap
the
game.
the level of expectation is just too high at this point. We went into the swamp game one, and you've seen what happened with that.
Yeah, that
Boy,
Seen what happened with that.
that set the tone. I'm just the only game I'm worried about is this Duke game. I think Manny going he got something to prove. They undefeated right now, and he's probably just like they didn't give me enough time. I could have had Miami. Miami was my backyard. Now Miami is a national powerhouse. Everybody paying attention to Miami now. Miami's back at the forefront of college football. That was my squad.
they don't have enough guns. They don't have enough defense. And I do like their offensive coordinator, but they're not even there yet, bro. Like Manny need about 2 or 3 more years at Duke, bro. They happy just to cover spreads last game, and I seen that game with Northwestern. And Northwestern is pretty good for the Big Ten this year, but nah, man, it ain't. And there's nobody on the schedule who has a legit enough defense. Maybe Georgia Tech, but even then, it's like you can't. My biggest thing is that we have a great defense, but you can't even stop our offense, and we're gonna stop you. We're gonna stop you. Every time we're going to come down, we're at least going to score a touchdown or a field goal. Are you?
I think Manny.
Yeah, I see what's
I
going
think
on.
Manny want to prove he a better coach than Mario.
You can listen. You can want and being able to do some things are two different. You know what I'm saying? Things. I think Duke is just. You know what I'm saying? Duke had a better defense last year. They don't even have that same defense. So I just think once again that Manny, listen, and we know Manny, all right? Manny was our defensive coordinator. Manny was at Penn State. Manny don't he can't do what he was doing at Penn State right now either. He just don't have the guns, man. Don't have the guns. And I just think and also one thing I like is that our quarterback is treating every opponent, and I quote, we're treating every opponent like they number one in the country. So you're not gonna catch a slip in. There ain't no trap games because the quarterback gonna come to play and the quarterback gonna set the tone. So no, bro, like I said, we finna run the listen, we're definitely running the table now.
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna get that first week by. I'm just all we're doing is critiquing and getting stuff set up because we're gonna end up playing Michigan. We're gonna end up playing in Ohio State. I'm calling it now. We might end up playing Ohio State in a rematch, and I'm like, yeah, that's the ass whooping that I'm ready to serve. Okay, so yeah, Ohio State, Tennessee want to get some. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna get beside myself a little bit and be like, Georgia, is this what you want? I ain't got a problem whooping you, okay? I ain't got no problems. Alabama serving this shit how it need to be. So yeah, I'm looking for revenge for bigger fish, bro. Like, nah, bro. We listen. Somebody gonna get it, and it's gonna be like Trey Songz. Is it you? Is it you? Is it you? Okay, but listen. But I also, even though they down, I cares not. You know we owe Florida State, right? You know we owe them boys, right? And I think we play them. Do we play them in dope? If
I
we
just
play
want to
them in dope,
interject real quick. I don't know if the fans, if the viewers watching me, I'm making gestures because you're talking with your heart right now. You know what I'm saying? You're talking with your heart right now, which is okay.
if not
But you
this
don't
year,
want
what other year
you
should I do it?
you don't let it go to your head now, like the
Oh no,
song
no,
say.
it's I know I'm gone this year. All in my head. I'm talking cash money shit. You know what? We gonna whoop Florida State. I want to embarrass them, and you know what? And that's kind of hard because you've already been embarrassed at the house by Memphis. So no, we're definitely embarrassing them, and that's the only game. You know, the rest of these games I'm gonna critique them, but I'm waiting until we go to Florida State because they're really quiet right now. I'm trying to find some of them boys. They taking their shirts off, they putting their hat down, they acting like they don't know this, and I'm like, no. I owe y'all because you were talking all of that even at the beginning of the season. So no, ain't no more trap games, bro. It's just us. Every week is the number one opponent. You the number one team when we play you. That's how we feel about it. Ask our quarterback. That's his quote. So ain't no more trap games. When I play you, you the number one team.
Well, obviously, you being a profound UM fan, I'm gonna use a little bit of history here, and it's quite, with probably about 23, 24-year-old, you know what I'm saying, and this is straight off the top of my dome. So remember when UM was like probably the best football team that was ever assembled, that had ever been seen? I believe it was the 2001 season.
Oh, I know what game he about to say. Yep.
Oh, tell me.
This is the game where it took for them to get a last minute interception.
Well,
That
that's
what's his
2002.
name?
That was
No.
2002. They lost
Yeah,
that game.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
no,
what's
they
the
didn't lose
name?
it.
That
Yeah,
Ed
that
Reed
Boston.
got that interception
Exact.
and had to
No,
run.
it wasn't an interception. It was a fumble that one of the D linemen lateral to Ed Reed, and he took off and went to the house or whatever. But again, we're talking about like the greatest team ever in the history of college football, and they were about to lose to a Boston College team that I don't think had any NFL players on that squad. So you always there's all when you're that good, there's always a trap game. There's always going to be a trap game, because again, you're not playing to the level of competition, you're playing to the level of yourself. So what happens when you have an off game? Because that's how teams get upset. They're having a shitty game and the other team is having the game of their life. That's the balance of it all. So with that being said, to answer the question that was brought to me when I first jumped in, does UM have any trap games on their schedule? I think all of them are trap games. All of them. The only game that I'll go out on the limb to say isn't a trap game is that Florida State game, because being from the state of Florida, everybody know how serious that game is. That look like my chick back there, man. That look like one of my chicks back there, man. Where that picture come from?
Hey man, look, I hate to cut it short. I think you should let the fans decide down there in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Let us know what y'all think. Is it some trap game? Is it not? I'm already thinking national contention. So I'm just gonna drink it all because they ain't gonna never get this close. You know what I'm saying? Like this. So yeah, that's what I'm on. I was just, hey, look. I'm
And
going.
that's cool. That's cool.
I'm
That's
drinking
cool. But
gallons.
we got to think. We really truly got to think. Are we on the has Mario proven enough to say he's on the coaching level of a Kirby Smart? Is he on the coaching level of a Jalen DeBoer or Kalen DeBoer from Alabama? Like seriously, is he even on the coaching level to Steve? What is his name? Shark from Texas? Like coaching is a big deal when it comes to sports, and I really do not feel like Mario Cristobal is nowhere near top 25 coaches
I'll
in
do
the
you one
NCAA.
better. He
I
never
don't
will
think.
be. He never will be. But you know what? I think this year with this team, we're going to beat a whole bunch of teams with lesser coaching, but our assistant coaches are going to be able to hide some of his mistakes, and our talent level is through the roof only because of that generational change at quarterback. Because the one thing which I love Dorsey. I love Dorsey. Dorsey was smart, though. He definitely didn't have some of the gifts that this quarterback has. I think this quarterback is smart, and I think this quarterback, once again, I'll use his quote. He looks at every team like they're the number one in the country. So I'm like, man, when you're playing every team like they're the best, and you're coming in there with that mentality, everybody else gonna follow. So you got to on the field coach, man. You got to on the field coach. So look, and the cool thing is we can watch this play out. So we can look back at this and say, well, okay, was there a trap game? Was there not a trap game? Ultimately, though, yeah, I'm drinking the juice. I've been wanting to get like the other fans, so now I'm like, yeah, bro, we got Cam for president, and it might be something like that. But until somebody could beat us and show me, nah, man, I'm looking at a generational team too. I'm looking at a team that might be that raw. But look, man, I definitely got to get up out of here. Y'all jump in the comments. Y'all let us know, what do you think? What's the trap game? Is there a trap game? Are we, you know what I'm saying? I think most fans agree that we're probably going to the playoff. Are we going to the playoff? Somebody might go on ahead and be like, look, man, we gonna be in the title game. I'm forced at this point to be like, you know what? I'm already a fan. I'm on the bandwagon. Look, we going to the title game, man. We going to the title. All right, straight up.
Well, shit. My dog, as they say, go ahead and jump in the comments. Make sure, as always, you like, subscribe, and share. And, tell a friend to tell your friend to tell your big booty auntie now. I want a picture like that in my background too.
That look like my hoe, and I only say hoe because it's short for honey.
Hey, shout out one time for my dog, No Sweater Pics, for checking in. You know what I'm saying?
Real quick before I get up out of here, what do we got? Monday, September 23rd. with a free pick. Y'all can go check my page out, No Sweater Picks on YouTube. We're going to go with the Buffalo Bills to cover emphatically against the Jacksonville Jaguars. First game of Monday Night Football doubleheader. Go ahead, put your bets in on the Buffalo to cover the spread against the Jacksonville Jaguars. We're trying to hit for a meal real quick.
That man said the M. He ain't say no 100, no thousands.
Trying to hit for the M's. M's.
But shit, it's your player partners from the bottom of the map.
From the bottom of the map.
We gone.
Gone.